Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Brady and Theresa support a freaked out Tate as Holly falls into a coma and Abe refuses to leave Paulina's side. At Paulina's, she and Abe toast to the future, but Paulina doesn't sip from her champagne flute. She explains she's been having symptoms and then changes the subject so as not to spoil New Year's Eve. At home, Nicole and EJ hold champagne flutes as they kiss in front of fireworks on the TV. He toasts to his beautiful wife, who coyly wonders what they should do now. With Holly out until 2, EJ cheekily says, "A lot can happen in an hour and 50 minutes. Brady sulks as Theresa and Alex make out under raining confetti at the bistro. Out back, Tate panics as he finds Holly seizing and foaming at the mouth on the ground. He reaches for her baggie of pills as a cop shines a light on him. Tate slyly pockets the pills as the cop tends to Holly. Ready to leave the bistro, Brady interrupts Theresa and Alex's makeout session because he can't find Tate. They haven't seen him. As he searches for his son, Tate texts Brady for help at the loading dock. Brady races away. After having sex, Nicole and EJ lie in each other's arms in bed. He's happy to have her back, and Nicole is happy to be herself again. Expressing her feelings to Marlena lessened her pain and allowed her to be grateful for the blessings she does have, Holly and him. EJ can feel it's going to be a wonderful year for them. Stefan thanks everyone at the bistro for being there and congratulates a couple who just got engaged. His speech is interrupted by emergency vehicle sirens. Ava rushes over to not so quietly report Holly OD'd on the loading dock. Theresa panics, wondering where Tate is. A crowd gathers on the loading dock as paramedics tend to Holly. Brady rushes to a stricken Tate, who fills his dad in. Brady embraces his son, assuring him it's going to be okay. When Brady asks what happened before Holly OD'd, Tate pulls out the baggie. "I'll take those," the cop says. Rafe and Harris show up and question Tate about the pills. Stunned to learn they're Holly's, Rafe calls Nicole. At the apartment, Abe gets Paulina tea and honey before pressing her for details. She tells him about her hypothyroidism diagnosis and the biopsy on the lump on her neck. She'll probably get the results tomorrow. If it is cancer, she shakily says she can beat it. Abe takes her hand. "Of course you will." After the dock's cleared out, Harris questions Ava. Stefan intervenes when Harris gives her the third degree about drugs being at the party. Harris extends his ire to Stefan. The restaurateurs insist they saw nothing and know nothing about the trafficking of drugs in Salem. Harris stalks away. Tate and Brady rush off the hospital elevator to learn Holly is being treated in the trauma room. Brady sits with his freaked-out son. "I'm in big trouble, aren't I?" Tate asks his father. Nicole dashes off the elevator and then races away when Brady tells her Holly's in trauma. In a hospital room, Tripp does chest compressions when Holly's vitals drop. A nurse preps defibrillator paddles as Nicole runs in. The nurse leads her out. Later, Tripp tells a teary Nicole that Holly's stabilized but in a coma. She's on a ventilator. With Alex in tow, Theresa arrives at the hospital and embraces Tate. He lashes out when Theresa asks if he's okay. Because, of course, he's not. Brady consoles him as Alex quietly asks Theresa if Tate's been checked out. "You think he was using?" she incredulously asks. "You don't?" Alex responds. Theresa insists her son made it clear he doesn't do drugs because his parents are addicts. Alex suggests what Tate says and what he does could be two different things. Theresa sternly states as the parent she knows better what her son does than he. She tells him to go home. It's a family matter. After Alex leaves, Theresa asks Tate if he did any drugs. Rafe arrives. because Tate's a minor, he has to read a statement advising him of his right to a lawyer. Brady defensively says he doesn't need a lawyer because he didn't do anything wrong. Rafe asks if Tate wants to keep talking to him. Tate does. Tripp comes out and pulls Rafe away. He whispers that it's not looking good. Now that he knows what's going on, Paulina asks Abe to leave her place. She doesn't want him sticking around because he feels sorry for her. He insists he doesn't. It's too hard to have her husband around only to look at her like an acquaintance. He declares she's not that to him. Whatever it is not enough for her. She needs him to leave. That's too bad, he growls. There's no way in hell I am going to let the woman I love go through something without me by her side. Did you just say the woman you love? Paulina asks through tears. I damn sure did, Abe responds. He holds her face. I love you, Paulina Price Carver. They kiss. Stefan and a rattled Ava return to the empty bistro. He assures her this is not their fault, but Ava isn't convinced. Stefan hates this as much as she does, but Clyde has them in a chokehold. Later, Ava fails to get a hold of Tripp or information from the hospital about Holly. Stefan suggests they go home and get some sleep in case there's more questioning tomorrow. He reminds her they saw nothing and know nothing. He gets a call from Statesville, assuming it's Clyde. At the hospital, Brady approaches Tripp, who tells Rafe there's signs of minimal brain activity. He confirms she's in a coma as a result of the overdose. When Brady interrupts, Tripp tells him he can't discuss Holly's case with him, but assures him she's getting the best possible care. After Tripp leaves, Rafe returns to question Tate. The teen recounts everything, including that the pills were Holly's. The hell they were, EJ declares, strolling in. My stepdaughter does not do drugs. Nicole wipes tears as she enters Holly's room. Still in her party dress, Holly lies with her eyes closed, hooked up to the ventilator. Sitting at her side, Nicole gently sings "Hush, little baby." She bursts into sobs.